Hi, happy Wednesday. It's May 29th. Like a day or 2 days after. Sorry, I just got a message. I should turn off my notifications. Like 2 days after the last time that I saw you. I'm drinking a juicy glass of like pet-nat rosé. I'll show you the bottle. Give me a moment. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's a German rosé, and I won't embarrass myself trying to pronounce Weingut Beurer. Beurer. That's the name of the wine, and it's a German rosé, slightly fizzy, like a pet-nat. Rebecca eats books and now sells wine, so I went to visit her, and I said, "What am I drinking? What am I leaving the store with?" And she handed me that. I really should go. I'm gonna go put that in the fridge so it stays cold. Okay, so here's my little update for you since we last saw each other. Almost done with this. 4 minutes. Natalia Deleva, translated by Isadora Angel from the Bulgarian, from Open Letter Books. And when is this book from? I think 2017, because I just posted a quote from it. Yeah, 2017 was the original version. I assume the Bulgarian publication. And this was translated in 2021. So I guess this specific English title is from 2021. I can't speak. So I have like 36 pages of that left that I need to get to. So something slightly tragic happened, which is that I impulsively today went to get a haircut, okay? So I wrote a friend. She has amazing hair. The problem is when you have too many inspiration pictures that like aren't your hair type, right? This is like a fault of mine. Anyway, I booked an appointment. I managed to like get the guy like on the same day today. This morning I was like having a little pastry and my coffee and reading, and I was like, I feel like I need to have a haircut. And maybe it's because Ohad, my partner, is in New York for like one day for an event. And something about like being alone made me want to kind of like do something drastic. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go book myself a haircut and chop all my hair off, or do like a shag cut, or do like a wolf cut. Not a wolf, sorry, like a mullet. So I go, the salon's really nice. He's really great. This is not at all to say that he's a bad hairdresser at all. I think the opposite. But I just left really, really not liking the haircut. And I wanted to do that haircut so that I would like wear my hair curly more. And in the end, I actually really didn't like it. Like, I like it the most when my hair is wet. It's kind of like it's basically a mullet, but it looks really good when it's wet. I can show you a picture. I'm too embarrassed to show you. My phone's dead. I'm too embarrassed to take my hair out right now and show you. So anyway, it like looks good when it's wet, and then when it curls, it just kind of like loses the shape, or like loses somehow the mullet feel, and it kind of just becomes like a big sort of, yeah, shaggy, feels more round almost. It's not round. Like, I'm sure he did what we kind of agreed on. It's just like I realized that I don't like it on myself after it was already done. And so then I got home and I was like, okay, I need to do something. So I washed it again. I styled it with my own products to see if it got a little bit better. Again, it was good when it was wet. Then not so much in the stages later. Now I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to straighten it, and like the choppy layers just, no, I won't even show you. The choppy layers just look really, really intense when the hair is straight. Maybe I don't have the right tool. Maybe I just need actually like I would need like a blow dryer and a round brush, which I don't have right now. So it just like looks really, I'm not happy with it. And I'm fighting the urge to like buzz my hair tonight because I'm that kind of person that like lives a little bit in the extremes in that, like, about things like this, that like I suddenly, when we cut it, really missed my like longer mid-length hair. It was just starting to get long again. I was missing my like bangs. I had just had my bangs fixed by a friend, and I was like, why did I do this to myself today? Why did I ruin like what I actually liked? And again, I don't think it was a bad haircut. I just think it's not me, and I didn't like it on me. I don't like it on me. So if that doesn't work and I can't have my long hair back, then I almost just want to like buzz my head, which obviously would be like going more extreme, and it gives me even more reason to like have like second, or what's it called? Regret. To like regret even more doing it, feeling like again I made a bad, even a worse choice because now I'm even further from my long hair. So I don't know, I just feel like a bit in a crisis. So I just put it up, and now it like just looks normal. Like it doesn't even look like a haircut. It just looks like your hair is up, you know, which back to square one. Like the reason why I wanted to get a haircut was a good haircut was so that I wouldn't have to wear my hair up all the time. So I don't know what to do. Can you just tell me what to do? I guess I should just keep putting it up like this until further notice, which is unfortunate because I was looking forward to like a good transformation. And I don't feel like this is not working because I'm not used to it. I think like it just isn't the right cut for me. I really wanted to actually film my, what is it? May wrap up. Even though like May isn't over, but I don't think after this, I think after this I'm gonna start The Guide by Peter Heller or The Man Who Saw Everything by Deborah Levy. And like I don't think I'll be able to finish either of those before the end of the month. So I think I could confidently like film a wrap up before the month is over, and it would be accurate. So I should probably just finish this, and then I can chat with you about all those books. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you because these little videos on the webcam have been like so fun, but what's been even better is like to get response from other people, like other viewers and other creators on here and friends on here and like other booktubers who are like loving the format, loving the vibe, getting inspired by it, doing it themselves. I'm like obsessed with you. I love to see it. I love to, yeah, I was just like not expecting that at all. So the response to, like, I didn't invent this, for example, but I guess I just like, you know, brought it back into the chat at the right time. And yeah, like people are reacting really well to it. So I really think that that's amazing. And I appreciate your kind words, and I'm happy that it's working for you. And those of my booktube friends who have done it themselves, You're hot, you're amazing, I love you on the photo booth. Um, Keep it coming. Probably the thing to do would be not to do any other drastic decisions with the hair tonight, don't you think? I'd probably be more devastated after that. Because growing out from a buzz cut, woof, that can be rough, girl. Oh, I did. I feel like every video is like, these are the books that I bought. These are the books that I got from the library. But I did get some books in San Francisco, which I didn't talk about. So let's talk about those. Let me get them. I was reading Sex and Rage by Eve Babbitt, which has been really fun. And then I went to the river here in Richmond. It's called the James River. It's a really beautiful river that runs through the city, and there's a few rivers that run through Virginia, but this was the James River. And my friend Morgan took Ohad and I, and with her partner as well, to the river for like our first time, and we went like swimming and and there was a really sweet moment when the four of us were like all reading our books, and I just really wanted someone to like take a picture from overhead, and yeah, I just I really wanted to capture that moment because it was really sweet. But anyway, I decided while I was sitting there that like I think I'm not into Sex and Rage anymore. Not that it's not a good book, and actually now that I look at it, I barely have any left, so I should probably just bang through this and bang through that and then film my May wrap up. But I just kind of like picked that back up at the river and was like, who are these people and what is this? I just like, I think that's a kind of book that you like kind of need to stay with the character, because going in and out of it, when you go back, you're like, you're still doing this. When you're in it, you're like, oh, this is hilarious, or like I love what this character is going through, or like this character's nuts, and you kind of like, you're in the rhythm with them, and like that one was hard for me to get back into. Blah blah blah. So I got 4 books in San Francisco, all of which. No, these are not. Are these from San Francisco? I think. Okay, these 2 might be from New York, actually. When I was with one of my bestest friends, Riley. I think this is when we went to 3 Lives in Company in the West Village. I think so. So I got 2 fish books. One is David Lynch, Catching the Big Fish. Meditation, Consciousness, and Creativity. I don't know if I've spoken about David Lynch so much on this channel, but he's like one of my favorite artists. I just think that he's absolutely brilliant, and I take like constant inspiration from him, and also just the way he is, like his being and how he talks about making art, and how he really, like, for example with cinema, just did his own thing, and like it's very him, and it's very like, you can like it or not, but it's singular. And I like the way he still tells stories, and I like the surrealism, and I like the moods of his movies. So this is a book about creation and creativity, and when he's thinking of ideas, he thinks of ideas like fish, and like in order to find an idea for something that you're doing in your work or in your creative, life, it's like catching a big fish. Wow, I really swallowed wrong. Let me wash it down with some rosé. This is a tipsy video. Aren't you lucky? I've been eyeing that book for a long time. And then this was on the Staff Picks little, what's it called? Bookshelf. In 3 Lives in Company, and it's a nonfiction from Grey Wolf Press by Lars Horn. And they are a queer transmasculine author. They live in Miami. And this is called Voice of the Fish, which I thought this was such a gorgeous cover, and Voice of the Fish sounds like really interesting to me. And it was a lyric essay, which really drew my attention. I'll read you the back because it sounds really interesting. Living in Russia and traveling through Georgia as queer and transmasculine, modeling in baths of dead squid for their mother's photography projects, lying bedbound, unable to speak. In Voice of the Fish, Lars Horn dives into marine history, theology, art, and illness, and questions the presumed uniformity of the body as cultural and scientific object, illuminating ways of seeing and being that resist binaries, illuminating ways of seeing and being that resist binaries that fracture, mutate. Horn blends the aquatic, mystical, and physical to reach a place beyond them all. That sounds so good and so interesting. Gives me Maggie Nelson kind of vibes, but through just a different lens. It seems like it's going to be big brain energy, quite referential to other things like everything I just said. And it also is like in little bits, some longer than others. But I don't know, this just like seemed super interesting to me. So I left the store that day with the 2 fish books. In San Francisco, we went to Dog-Eared Books, that's in Mission. And it's a great bookshop. Like, I think it's a staple in San Francisco. When I asked for San Francisco recommendations, a lot of people told me about Dog-Eared Books. It's the only bookstore I made it to. But I think because I came directly from New York and I bought many books, while I was in New York, that I didn't feel like I could buy a bunch of books. So one of them that I bought, I don't have with me, which is The Hearing Test by Eliza, let's see her last name. Callahan? No, that's not right. The Hearing Test, a novel by Eliza Callahan. I loved. One of my top fiction reads of this year so far. That was so good. When I went to the river with Morgan, I brought it to her because she's a big reader and we really have like very similar taste. When we send each other books, we're either like, oh my god, I've already read that, I love that, or that's been on my list forever. We have like really similar taste. So I brought her The Hearing Test and she started reading it while we were at the river. So that I don't have to show you. Really beautiful hardcover book. I found out about that book through Amina Kane, who really loved that book and blurbed that book, and she posted it on her on her Instagram a while ago. My dog has been inside for most of the day, so he is getting crazy. So that I don't have to show you, but I bought that there and loved it. And then I bought these 2 little poetry collections. Teeny, teeny, tiny, but both very beautiful. This has such a nice, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can. Like a textured paper. This is called Heroine by Clive Matson. Copyright 1972. I didn't know that was so old. Well, not like that old, but you know, like it's not from 2020, for example. So this is a little poetry book about, I presume, heroin and drug use, because the first little part is the addict looks unobtrusive, flamboyant, tough, or cool. His face is about the shade of a dirty sheet, and with its organic light shining inward. Blah, 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 blah. So I do think it's about heroin, the drug. Really beautiful printing, and the text is blue. So I just thought that was really, really beautiful. And then the other one is called Fist of Wind by Nefertiti Asante. I don't know anything about Nefertiti Asante. Mostly with poetry books, I don't know anything about most of them that I pick up. I thought the Fist of Wind was a really gorgeous title, and the like dark cover with what looks like an artwork, some kind of artwork, just drew my attention. Fist of Wind is a lyrical testimony that centers the black body as a site of healing and transformation. This collection of poetry explores the lived experience of menstruation marked by pain and the liminal existence of black folk as magical and mortal. That sounds really amazing. Fist of Wind draws for magical realism to ask, if pain is information, what does individual and collective black pain tell us about our world and about ourselves? How do we embody healing in this lifetime and beyond? Well, that sounds incredible. As I'm flipping through it, I also see that there's doing some things with form. For example, that, love, and oh, Nefertiti was born in the Bronx. So I assume based in New York. Yeah, so there's that one. So those are my books. I wish I had the healing test here to show you, but I'm really glad that I have a friend reading it, because I love when I read a book that I really love. I want to do the opposite of like hold on to it. I want to like give it to everyone to read. That was a long, chatty, wine-filled ramble. So anyway, thanks for putting up with my erratic energy. And I'm an Aries, but you would think that I'm not, because I can barely make a decision. Until I make a decision, actually, and then I'm like very fixed on it, or like I'm very determined, which is pretty Aries of me. But you'd think I have some like major Libra or something in me, because I'm like all the time like not sure, like on the scale between things, like I can never decide, or it takes me a really long time to decide, to like arrive to a decision. And then somehow, or like I'm very, very impulsive, which is probably the Aries part. Okay, bye friends. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna edit this now and throw it up there on the web. Bye.